Okay, we have tension in the air. Tensions in the air. That's what we have. We also have tension in the air mascara, CoverGirl mascara, LA Colors. Yeah, perfume, makeup, oils, all good stuff, right? Okay, so yesterday we had Striper. I talked about that concert in Lakeland, California. Lakeland, Florida. Well, after that concert, and before it, like the whole time I was in Florida, I worked at a lot of clubs and bars. So there were lots and lots of concerts and bands that I can't even count. Okay, music, 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 right? But then I'll do a shorts after this, a little bit later, of Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home, because that was the next concert, or I should say, the next big concert, not in a bar or a club, in Florida. And it was in Tampa, Florida, I'm pretty sure. And that was the last concert in Florida. And then I moved back to Wisconsin. So we've got Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Great concert. Um, okay, and Astro last night just said the reason why I put tensions in the air is because I opened up my new mascara and it said tensions in the air, right, with the X, and that's Twitter sign. So they told me something's going to be uncovered. This is Cover Girl, right? Cover Girl by, I believe, Maybelline. And that was my old mascara, right? Still some in there. So I get whatever's on sale. I'm not a big spender on makeup. Okay, so this X, they told me, is something's going to be uncovered from Twitter to you. I post on Twitter. I hope you're following me. Other people post on Twitter, of course, and something's going to be uncovered. That's the message I got through my makeup. Now you're going to say, wow, you even get messages through makeup? Everything gives you messages. It's just, can you read them? We've been dumbed down for so long. This is a message sitting here. Okay? Everything is a message, but can you read them? Are you aware enough? We've been dumbed down for so long in the matrix that we don't even know. But now we're not being dumbed down. Now we're being activated. So yes, I can get messages like that through my mascara. Okay, it's through symbolism, it's through words. They're showing me the X, they're talking to me, they're saying there's going to be tensions in the air. Yesterday I turned on the TV to watch my recorded Jeopardy, and we had two of our military shot in Washington. Okay, and then on Twitter before that I saw Nino asking for prayer for someone that was shot in the stomach. You know, everything is connected, everything's a sign. So it's just how much do you perceive? How much do you receive? How much do you understand? This shirt says Lee. Lee gave me this shirt. If you're watching, hi. She's one of my girls I've been with for a few decades. And she's on my channel. She's come to visit me. I love you, Lee. And she loves doggies, and she also has regressions on the playlist. If you want to go to the regressions in the playlist, Lee has her regression in there. She is a big time animal kingdom gal in the 5D and higher. Jacqueline's a scientist. She's in that regression playlist, and it's funny because Jacqueline, I don't talk to her no more, but she's a scientist. So we're all different, unique people, souls, per se. We get synchronicities all the time. And it's just, are you going to follow them? Most people would not have talked about their makeup, especially on YouTube, let alone, you know, even caught it. But tensions are in the air. So Astro's just telling me to be careful. I picked some cards already, and we did get a devil. We did get a shadow card, which is two devils because they're from two different decks. We got masks are coming off, so you're starting to see people for who they really are. And you're seeing the devil in a lot of people. A lot of people still have addictions and lies, and there's energy shifting, they're shape shifting, they're not good for you. You know, if I have to sit and talk to you and my makeup all day and my pets over all that tension and toxicity that's out there, I will. I do enough shit in Astro, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and I just wanted to let you know that you just need to disconnect from the tension. So when I saw that on TV and I saw that on Twitter, I pray, but then I move forward. I don't sit in the drama because, as you know, a lot of things on TV are not real. So that's why I told you, you might see an animal die on TV and you feel it, but then you move on because you know it's just a movie versus if it was a physical animal in front of you, right? Well, that's how you have to treat everything. Everything has to be treated like everything is an illusion, everything is fake, everything is a hologram. It's not real. I like to refer to the Matrix movies, but those are hard for people to understand. But if you know, you know, and most of you do know. So I watched another movie, Nicolas Cage, Knowing, and that was a really good movie. Everything is numbers. So that was a really good movie if you haven't seen it. It's back from 2009 and I never seen it. There's a lot of things I have not seen and a lot of things that I rewatch because I'm on a whole different level now. You showed me this makeup in 2009, I would have never gave you that message. Would have I? Okay, I'd be talking more about the quality and the price of it than I would be talking about the messages that the makeup's giving. So I think you understand what I'm saying. We're on a whole different timeline now. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Not a whole lot to report, just that there's going to be a lot of tensions in the air. And watch what X gives you. Watch what you hear or find out on X. There's something, some kind of message is going to be uncovered there. Okay, so that's that message. Let's go ahead and go into the room. No light on in here. Oh, walked right into the end table. That's what happens when you walk in the dark, right? Okay, that's pretty. There's some pretty lights. There's some more pretty lights. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's the mask off with the Two of Wands. It says deception, fading deception. True colors are coming out. Secrets are being revealed. That was the overall energy there. So fading deception. Then we got St. Michael's Sword of Truth there. So the truth is coming out. Two of Wands is always courageous and daring. I drew some dice here for those of you that like numbers. 2 2s, 3 3s, 4 5s, and a 6. Bic lighter is important. Everything I'm showing you are all synchronicities that you're supposed to look at. Your home is protected by angels. Here's the 2 devil cards. the narcissist, toxic devil energy, and the shadow. So somebody in the shadow still has his mask on. He's a narcissist or she, and it's toxic. So if you're going to meet that person or that energy, should I say, there might not be a person, get away from it. Put death to it. There's the death card. I don't get this card often. This is the Biblical Tarot Death card. The fourth horseman. So you want to look up the fourth horseman story. It's the death horseman. Number 13. 3 and 1 is 4. 11 on the clock. Okay. These fell over, and we've got Divine Feminine in reverse. So when I said this could be a girl, it's probably a guy, because Divine Feminine is in reverse. But then it could be a Divine Feminine that is not divine. You get my point. I don't really like to do genders, and the reason why is because we're both. I'm angel and schizophrenic, right? Angel and demon. Okay, so we've got 6 of Pentacles, and I mean that in a good way. I'm not saying I'm demonic. I'm just saying that we've been through hell and back. You know, we've been through so much. We have both in us. 6 of Pentacles is that equal give and take. Equal give and take is what you want. You don't want somebody around you that's toxic. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and talk with you guys for a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and do a whole new reading. Okay. Let's do a whole new reading. We've got the Masks off and the Divine Feminine in reverse. I just saw the Ascension card. All this is important. I don't do pagan holidays, but today is Thanksgiving. And the only thing I say about that is every day is Thanksgiving. And Willie wants to come up here, so he might jump up here. Into the Darkness is in reverse. So as I said earlier, see, everything I'm saying means something. The cards are backing it up. I said we went to hell and back. So we have angel and demon in us. We conquer both, right? We are both. Well, look at that. Into the Darkness was in reverse. That's a perfect card for everything I just said. Okay. And then we have water sign. And I'm just drawn to the mermaid vibe, the mermaid energy. If you know, you know. I was a virgin. I was a virgin mermaid. Yes, I was. Okay, well, we'll just tell it like it is. A virgin mermaid. Download visions and dreams. So everything in astro is important. Everything I said earlier in the video, whether it sounds like nonsense or not, it's not. Those are downloads from astro. That's what that was. Those were downloads from astro. And the visions were from the makeup. Okay? And then we have shapeshifter energy in reverse. So that's good, because that's just telling you that that toxic energy that you're feeling, the people are just getting their masks off. When the masks come off, the deception fades, right? When the masks come off, St. Michael's sword of truth comes in. Okay? Then we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is equal give and take. We're going to go ahead and shuffle the Rider-Waite deck and see what we get here. Yeah, the masks are falling off. People can no longer pretend. The matrix is crumbling, okay, or crumbled. You're on the highest timeline or a higher timeline. Some of you are not on the highest timeline. Some of you are still doing barbecues, drinking wine, doing drugs. and that's okay. That's up to you. But you cannot do that on the highest timeline. And I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I know these things. All right. So you want to stay on that timeline. That's totally fine. I still love you and I'll still listen to you and I'll still, help you. But I want you to quit telling yourself that you're fine because you can go higher. Okay, we've got walking away from the past. So just what I was saying is the exact energy that came out. The past things that you're doing or the things that you're doing should be left in the past. Now, you're saying, well, I'm not going to give up barbecues, weed and wine. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to wean off that. Okay, you do not have to. I'm not making you. I'm just telling you that the highest timeline, you cannot do that stuff. I don't care what anybody tells you. 100% no way. Okay? All right, we've got 10 of Pentacles. If you want to go for your 10 of Pentacles, you got to walk away from the past. Simple as that. All right? 7 of Swords, you're deceiving yourself, okay? This isn't the 7 of Swords, but I heard 7 of Swords when I pulled this card, you're deceiving yourself. This is the 7 of Wands, all right? That's a crystal ball. She's inside of a crystal ball. She's in her Zen moment, right? That's me talking to you right now. I'm in a bubble and I'm channeling from Astro. And I saw and heard 7 of Swords, you're deceiving yourself. But 7 of Wands is a victory card. So you can come out of this. You can go to your 10 of Pentacles if you walk away from your past. Now, most of you are not going to put death to the situation. And you're just going to ignore what I said. And maybe even point your finger at everybody else, but it's actually the 4 pointing back to you. Okay, top of the deck, 4 of Cups. That might be the way you feel, that card, how she looks. Oh, I don't want to give up meat. I don't want to give up wine and weed. Oh, I don't want to do it. Well, guess what? You want the Sun card, the favorable outcome. Now, I like that, having the favorable outcome and having that 7 of Wands. That's nice, right? But you got to do these things. Now, you say, well, I'm not going to. I heard somebody say, I'm not going to, period. Okay, then you stay at your timeline. You do your assignments on your timeline. And that's it. I'm hearing nothing. You just stay on your timeline and do your thing. Total void there. There was nothing there at all. 6 of Cups. If you don't want to walk away from the past and you want to keep reliving when you were a little kid with your puppy, even though now you're a big grown man with your big dog, you want to still reminisce about being with your puppy and being a little kid. Again, lower timeline, that's up to you. 7 of Pentacles, you reap what you sow, is what I'm hearing. Whatever you plant, you get. You plant an apple seed, an apple tree comes up, not an orange tree. The angels are talking through me, Temperance card. You want to listen, listen. If you don't, you don't. I'm drawn to the guy just sitting listening to me, but look behind him. I don't know if you've ever seen that on this card, but there's an angel behind him. Right there's the angel. So you can think you're alone. You can sit there and listen to me and let it go in one ear and out the other. But the angels are talking to you through me. I give them permission. So you're hearing what you're supposed to hear. I may say black and white and you may hear train and car. Have you ever listened to somebody and then went up to them afterwards and said, "Oh, I really liked what you said," and they said, "Well, I never said that." Well, that's what you heard. That goes on a lot, especially in AA. That was going on a lot because the angels talked to us through people. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, which is all about love. He's got those roses that I have in his hand. I do have them here, and I do have the oil. So the next step is to take them off of their stems, put them in oil, and let them bake in the sun. So I'll probably do that today because it's going to be 80 out. So I'll let them bake in the sun in some oil. But if I don't do it today, they're not going nowhere, and I'm not going nowhere, and I can do it whenever it's nice and hot out, which in California is plenty of times. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is stable. He's sitting too. All these kings and knights are sitting, and that's okay because I'm getting this angel energy off of it. I'm getting the energy of your listening. Instead of not listening, being too busy with your work, your music, you are listening. You do have this channel on and you are listening. So you do have everything you need though. You have planted those apple trees and you do expect apples, not oranges. You do have the flowers in your heart. You don't have to bring them physically. I already have them. But yeah, everybody's still sitting and listening. They're not sure exactly what to do, but at least he's not thinking about his puppy. He has his big dog next to him, and he's very mature. I'm drawn to the little boy, then maybe the guy in his 20s or 30s, right? And now he's more in the 40, 50, 60s. He's mature. He's got everything he needs. He wants to go to his next assignment. And he's listening. He's listening to the angels. Yep, he wants to celebrate. So 3 of Cups. That's a good place to end it there. The 3 of Cups, that's a celebration energy. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost energy. It's the stars in the sky. See them? That's the Destiny card. It's the star card. It's a celebration. So as soon as he gets up and goes forward, the King of Pentacles will have his celebration. Okay, that was a great reading, you guys. I want to thank you for listening. I am Miss Mystic.